No matter how hard you try to become a new person, if you don't change your self identity, you are not going to change. I'm listening to Bob Proctor, and he has this analogy of a plane on autopilot. A plane set for a destination, say Hawaii. If it goes off course to somewhere else, imagine a straight line, autopilot straight line, and the plane deviates because of a storm or whatever. It goes real high, but then it will always auto tune to go back to the destination. He described it saying, sometimes, no matter how hard you're trying and you self sabotage, is because your baseline is here. A B student might get a D student might get really good grades sometime, but then slowly he would recalibrate and then go back to that same level. Or some people, in his mind, he makes a salesperson, let's say. He just says, oh, I make $1 million every year, and no matter if he makes half of that in a single month, he might recalibrate into meeting that $1 million per year goal only. So that is why you need to know what your baseline is. And this is why Carl Jung said, unless we make the unconscious conscious, we will call what happened to us. We will call fate our destiny, something like that. Meaning, this matches up with the autopilot baseline theory so much, and how that helped me was I wondered why sometimes there's actually good things happening to me. My relationships are going well, relationship with friends, or my career, getting opportunities, but I have this tendency to self-sabotage. Why? And it's because my baseline. And the baseline is formed by subconscious influences from our childhood, even in the womb, before we have memory of what is going on. So this is everything that happened before 3, I guess. And you might say, oh, why is it that I do so much childhood trauma recover therapy, doing shadow work, but it's still not working? Because the thing that directs your life is something even deeper than that. And you might have to ask your parents about this, or gain an understanding of how your parents were like, the environment that they were in when you were growing inside them, or before you could remember, to have an understanding of why you tend to self-sabotage, what your baseline is. And I think this is something so powerful that is not talked about, because everybody would say, so do the shadow work, but we're still thinking from our conscious mind. We're trying to remember, but there's only so much we can remember. So we need to go way back. This took me around maybe a year to figure out, because I have been doing a lot of shadow work, reprogramming my mind, right? There's this new version of me that I wanted to be. And this would include wanting more money, and I had to dig through a lot of the limiting beliefs. So this is only the surface, right? After you target those limiting beliefs, there is still something else that is here. That is the baseline. There are so many layers that you need to go to before you can truly be a new person. I know these gurus make it so easy that you can quantum shift just like that, and maybe you can, but I believe that there's a lot of digging through the layers that you need to do, because they are speaking from a state where they're already the new person. But then not a lot of teachers describe the transformation process. I described that in the last video about the egg chick hatching from the egg but not quite yet theory. Yeah, maybe you guys can go look at those videos. It's called Paradigm Shift, so try to look that up.